Welcome to the Colorful Voice Experience. My name is James Gavalacco, and I will be your teacher today. I am the teacher for the pop girlies and guys, the teacher for the singers who give late night world tour performances in their bedroom, and for the singers who just are drowning in demos and memos because they just have so much music that they love to sing. If that's you, we are going to be diving into a deep vocal analysis for style of 5 huge pop stars, like literally some of the biggest pop stars today. Some of my favorite singers of all time. We're going to be listening to them sing, and we're going to be analyzing each phrase, each stanza, each chorus, all the things that they're doing stylistically to make themselves stand out as an artist and be more expressive. Following each artist, we're going to do a little workshopping. Today we're talking about how you can get more colors in your voice, how you can create more sounds and be more intentional with your stylistic choices. When most people think of singing, they often think about it in 2 different categories. Either it's good or it's bad. When in reality, it's a huge spectrum and there's millions and millions of different things in between. Also, good, bad, these terms are so subjective because they're rooted in our own personal values. Like, let me give you a quick example. I was obsessed with Pretty Little Liars in high school. Like, I literally did not miss a single episode. I've seen the series like 6 or 7 times. While I thought that was an amazing show, some people don't like it. Some people are not fans of it, and that's completely fine. But the point being, subjective, good and bad are so subjective. Everyone's gonna have different opinions on that. So, the point of today's masterclass is to really get specific. I want you to zoom in. Take a magnifying glass and then blow it up again. As a singer, you literally have a huge range of styles that you can choose from when you're singing. So why do so many artists still feel like their voices are not like expressing? Why do they feel like it sounds boring or monotone or robotic? All these things that I've heard where it just lacks the drive and the emotion and the true like feeling behind it, right? None of us are trying to have a flop era. It's just something that happens when we lack clarity. So you're going to leave the Colorful Voice experience with a bucket load of tools. I'm talking like a whole Home Depot bucket full of tools that you could just pluck out and put into any song you want. All these tone colors, all these vocal styles and characteristics are going to be yours to choose from. Here are some examples. While terminology is not the most important thing right now, I want you to take away how specific I'm being with these words. See, balanced, steady, wobbly, high, brassy, hollow, ringy, rich, breathy, low. All of these things are words to describe the sound quality that you have, your tone color, the way you express yourself with your voice. Being specific and using words that you can correlate with feelings will help you express yourself a lot more clear. Once again, the terminology is really not important here. What's important is that we are moving away from being vague without clarity, and we're moving towards specificity. We're being super specific with our goals as a singer. What is the desired outcome of the sound that you want, right? What do you want it to sound like? What do you want it to feel like? What does it mean to you? All of these things you're going to start to consider, and I want to challenge you to be super specific about this. So let's start by giving each different sound or sonic sensation that we have a different color or name. It can be as silly as, I know when I sing like this, a lower larynx, lots of chest voice, a little shouty, because you got that anger in you, you got that angst. That's what vocal expression is all about. It's about singing in a way that your emotions line up with your voice and the characteristics. So, to sum everything up, we're moving beyond good and bad. We're We're not here for good or bad anymore, right? You are going to be in charge of the way you perceive your voice. You are in charge of the way you perceive your voice. I needed to repeat that. Let that sink in. You are in charge. You are quite literally the only person who can determine that for yourself. I know when I see something that's black and white, my brain starts to tune out. Like, I was born in 98. I had color TV my whole life. When I see black and white, unless it's the Twilight Zone, I'm like, cut it out. Like, cut it out. Where's the color? Where's the flavor? Where's the vibes? Where's the zest? Like, that's just the type of person I am. And it reflects in my voice, and it reflects in the way I teach voice and my students and their relationship with their voices, because we take it from such a technical standpoint, but also we acknowledge our feelings. We acknowledge the feelings that we have, and we express them through the work. It's not all work. It's not all play. There needs to be a synergy. There needs to be an ebb and flow. So let's take this analogy even further. If you follow me on Instagram, you may heard me say before,
your voice is a lot like a box of crayons where each different color represents a different tone color in your voice or sound quality.
The voice is a lot like a box of crayons in the way that you have all these shades that you can choose from. Any sound quality that you imagine in your head and then create with your voice, you are literally an artist painting a picture in real time with your voice. Going back to this crayon box analogy, I wish I had a box of crayons to show you, but we're gonna pretend. So let's say Bobby over here has a 12 pack of crayons, right? He got all the basics. He got the red, yellow, orange, green, blue, purple. He can create a picture that will suffice just well. Like, he can make a picture, he can color it in, he could make something that looks pretty good. But what about Sally over here? Sally has 152 crayons. Oh my goodness, like, wow. Sally has every shade possible. It's no longer just red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, but it's ruby red, rose red. Oh, wow. What's the difference between ruby and rose? Oh, maybe one is darker. Maybe one is stronger. Maybe one is brighter, right? We have mac and cheese yellow instead of your traditional yellow. You have yellow orange. You have dandelion. All of these options from this 152 pack of crayons. So if we step back and we look at Bobby with the 12 crayons and Sally with the 152 pack, obviously Sally is going to have so many more options for her art, right? Depending on how many crayons she actually chooses to use, of course. But let's say we use all the tools at our disposal. Bob's drawing, Bob's art, his tools are setting limitations on what he can create, right? Meanwhile, Sally does not have the limitations. She has all the tools, and she can just pick up a crayon and start coloring whenever she feels like it. And that is what the colorful voice experience is all about. Box of crayons, it's giving kindergarten. Let's go one step further, okay? We have these crayons. This space will be our vocal playground, right? We're gonna get all the crayons we want. We're gonna get all the sounds that we want. And we're gonna start making pictures that we're very proud of. Like, proud enough to put on the damn fridge, okay? I'm talking demos where you record yourself and you're like, oh my God, like, I sound like this. Like, yes, you did that, right? So this is a playground. It's a space for exploring. If we were to look at Bob and Sally for a second, these kids with the crayons, they could have handled it two ways. A, Bob could have gotten pissed at Sally because Sally has so many more options. Bob is feeling jealous. Bob feels like he's not a good artist because he doesn't have the tools. He has limitations left and right. Oh my gosh, I can't make the sun this shade because I only have one yellow. Meanwhile, Sally is doing whatever the hell she wants because she has all the choices at her disposal. She doesn't even have to think. She could just pick up a crayon and she has any shade at her ability, right? And we're adults now. We're grown people. We're not going to fight over colors. We're not going to fight over crayons. We're not going to get jealous when other singers, other artists have more tools than us. But instead, we're going to take personal responsibility and start to learn the things that we lack. Start to develop the tools that we're missing. Bridge that gap between the artist with 12 crayons and the artist with 152. Because you know what? Getting more crayons is as easy as going to the store. But with vocal training, it's quite different. We can't just go and buy all these colors. It's not like a sim extension pack where you just go, boop, put in your credit card and you got a big done deal, right? It's not like that. No, you have to put in the work. You have to put in the time. You have to put in the energy. And if you want more tools, if you want a bigger box of vocal characteristics to pull from, choices to make when you're singing your covers or original music, then you need to prioritize this work. The reason why I call this space a playground is because as adults, we have been told our whole lives how to act, how to speak, what to do, how to use our voice. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. Oh my God, you have terrible technique. Oh my God, your voice sucks. Oh my God, you're not talented. We hear these things and we take them on as vocal baggage. And you know what? We work through that in the Vibe with Your Voice program. But today, we're really just sitting in the exploration like a child at the playground for the first time, running around, so much curiosity, so much excitement for what is about to come. Because we don't know, right? We don't know what vocal characteristics you're going to develop throughout the course of the Colorful Voice experience. It all depends on how you're listening to these artists, how you're studying them, and how you apply those characteristics into your own music, right? You can watch the training videos and go on about your day and be the same singer you are. Or you can take the time to go through each training video, give yourself the time, energy, and space to develop these traits in your voice. In the playground for the Colorful Voice experience, we're going to connect with artists and we're going to learn from them so we can add more crayons to our toolbox. That's why we're here. Collectively, all of us together as artists, we are responsible for making this world a better place. It is our art that changes lives. It is our music that changes perspectives, that gives value to excite people, to make people feel their feelings. With that being said, if you want more options, it is up to you. Starting this Monday, the 22nd, I will have daily modules out. You have complete lifetime access to these videos. We're going to get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with one pop star on each day. We have Sia. We have Lizzie McAlpine. We have Ariana Grande, Renee Rapp, and Demi Lovato. This week is going to be a full week of exploration of studying vocal pop stars, learning from the best of the best, so we're able to embrace our own artistry in the way that these singers are. I cannot wait to see you in the first video. You have lifetime access to all this. I wanted to make sure this course was as accessible as possible for everybody, regardless of timelines, regardless of commitments. You have these videos forever. It's a gift from me to you, because I am so passionate about helping singers find their own unique vocal style, about helping them express the voices that they have inside, right? Think about it like an egg hatching a chicken, right? You have this voice, this beautiful chicken inside of you that just needs to be opened up, that just needs to be explored, right? Like this inner child at the playground. It is so awesome that you decided to join me on this journey for the Colorful Voice experience, and I cannot wait to start this work with you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend.
I'll be right back.